Psilocybin is the active ingredient in magic mushrooms. It's a hallucinogenic chemical in the tryptamine family, similar to LSD or DMT. Psilocybin magic mushrooms have traditionally been used in South America for thousands of years, used for religious and ritual purposes. Here in Queensland, when we say magic mushrooms, we're talking about two different types. We've either got gold tops or blue meanies. Gold tops here refer to Psilocybe cubensis. The term gold tops means different things in different states of Australia though, so you do need to be aware of the different regional variations. In Queensland, the Psilocybe cubensis grows in cow dung, grows in summertime after lots of rain, so generally from about December to April every year. The Psilocybe cubensis and all magic mushrooms will stain blue when the psilocybin comes in contact with air, and in this image you can see some of the blue staining on the stems. This is an image of the blue meanies, which is referring to the Copelandia Cyanescens. Again, they also grow out of cow dung, also in summertime after lots of rain. This is another image of the Copelandia Cyanescens. They're quite different to tell apart from other mushrooms, and there are some lookalikes which will grow even amongst the same cowpat. While other states have got mushrooms which can be extremely dangerous to consume if misidentified, in Queensland most of the misidentified mushrooms will just cause nausea and vomiting. The 2016 Queensland Ecstasy and related drugs study found a 53% lifetime use of mushrooms and 26% recent use of mushrooms. So while this isn't a population-based survey, it's a survey of regular ecstasy users, it does show that they're relatively common amongst people who use drugs. Magic mushrooms can also be dried out and turned into a powder, and this is an image of some dried mushrooms, again with the blue staining. They're quite frequently consumed as a tea, where the mushrooms are added to some boiling water and then you just drink the tea. One of the risks with this is it's really hard to establish the dose. The tea can have a really rapid onset, it can be absorbed very quickly through the stomach and can cause quite an intense effect very quickly. Likewise, the dried mushrooms can be ground up into a powder, and we have heard of these powdered capsules appearing on the illicit market and being sold as mushroom capsules or magic mushroom tablets. The dried mushroom powder can also be added to chocolate, in this case chocolate molds, that can then be on-sold or stored. Magic mushrooms can also be home cultivated as well, and there's been in the last 12 months a couple of fairly significant police seizures of home magic mushroom cultivation operations, and in these cases they're probably drying them out and selling them on the black market. So psilocybin is the main active ingredient. It lasts for between 4 and 6 hours when someone consumes it. There is some potential clinical use for psilocybin, and there's been some studies looking at applying psilocybin in people who are facing death from a terminal illness, and some of that research has shown that psilocybin can reduce the death-related anxiety. There's a number of studies underway at the moment to determine some other potential clinical uses of psilocybin. The other risk with taking magic mushrooms is accidents and injuries while under the influence. Any hallucinogen can make people unaware of their surroundings and can lead to accidents or injuries. There's also the risk of a bad trip reaction where someone has a frightening experience and has a panic reaction because of the overwhelming nature of some of those hallucinations.